So one of the things I hear from parents a lot, and a lot of the questions that come through the Attitude Magazine ADHD and Boys section, are parents saying things like, we've tried to discipline our son and he's gotten consequences or punishments, for not picking the towel up or for not cleaning his room, those kind of things, and they don't work. Here's the reason why. You cannot discipline somebody into developing better executive functioning. They need to learn skills, they need to learn strategies, and they need scaffolding, right? They need scaffolding to help create a structure for them that can eventually be peeled away as they develop independence. So one of the things I find is, for a lot of parents, they really don't address, or make an issue of addressing this executive functioning stuff because they, a lot of moms just say, oh, I do everything for him, okay? And you know what, that's okay if that's kind of, you want to be helpful and you want to be needed, but what you need to think about is if your son is going to go off to college eventually, how is that going to work when he goes away to school? And where is the transfer of responsibility from you acting as his executive functioning to him acting as his executive functioning? Where is that going to happen? All right. So the other thing, with this is that, while we can't discipline kids into improving their executive functioning, we can absolutely teach them accountability and responsibility. And I will be completely honest with you and tell you, I see a lot of kids who have no responsibilities at home, and I see kids who are not accountable for anything. And part of, if we want to develop this, is we have to teach responsibility. We have to teach accountability for things, okay? So for instance, let me talk about accountability. If you ask your son to clean his room, but he doesn't have the executive functioning nonverbal working memory to visualize what his room is supposed to look like when it's clean, then we have to create a structure to help him with that, okay? If you asked your son to, I'm going to say, take out the trash and he didn't do it, okay, you still need to hold him accountable and remind him to do it. So is that prompting? Yes. But at the same time, it's teaching him that you have responsibilities to contribute as being part of a family, being part of a house, and that's helping prepare him for life after high school, okay? So again, you can't discipline somebody into improving their executive functioning. We need to teach them skills and strategies, but we can help teach accountability and responsibility. And I will tell you real quick, and I don't want to end on a negative, but I want to be honest, the kids I've seen who go away to college and they are home by November of their freshman year, or they make it through the semester and have not passed anything, part of that is that they can't control their screen time. Some of it might be, and that's a big reason, some of it might be that their parents acted as their executive functioning for their whole life. And then they just expected it to suddenly be able to do that. And another reason why I find that happens a lot is because for a lot of kids, if they've never been taught to, have to be responsible for anything, then having to manage their whole academic career independently, when they get to college, it's too much for them to handle. So that's why the earlier you teach these things, the better. It's never too late, but the earlier you start, the better shape you'll be in as your son gets older, okay?